in the Northland. Now you're looking down here at this red van here on 435 in Clay County. So 435 in Clay County. This is happening right now in the Northland. We are unclear at this point why police are chasing this particular van at the moment, but is clearly swerving back and forth among the lanes, something that is rather scary to watch here live again, coming into us now from Chopper 5. Scary to watch because who is on the roads right now. You see some cars behind it. Clearly, they are giving chase to this van. We're going to bring you live pictures throughout this noon newscast and also try to determine why exactly they were chasing after this vehicle here in the first place. Again, this happening right now in Clay County in the Northland. We're going to wait to hear from our Chopper 5 pilot to get some locators exactly here as we're in pretty tight on this van here. I want to make sure that we are giving a better understanding of where exactly this van is right now. Again, on 435 is all I'm hearing. My understanding is that it is now heading in a southbound direction, but it seems to be heading off the road now, trying to get away from authorities and sadly heading into oncoming traffic. This is when things in any chase around town get extra dangerous because, again, this van right now, this red van they're after, this kind of cargo type van is going the wrong direction right now on the highway in the Northland in Clay County. Clearly, this must come to an end here very, very soon. A very scary situation. Looks to be heading to an on-ramp now, here of 435. Again, this van in the wrong direction, hopefully blowing out a tire or two as it goes through that median there and can't at least drive much further and at least can't go at those speeds any longer. But imagine this, you're heading in one direction and there's a van coming towards you in the opposite direction, followed by a string of police cars as well. So obviously this is something that could end very badly. We're going to stay on top of it because of the emergency possibilities here and the scary possibilities here. So far, this van has gone quite a ways. From what we are hearing from the scanners in our newsroom, this van seemed to have been coming southbound out of Smithville initially, anyway, when they started to give chase. But boy, it seems to be going at a pretty good clip again. I was sure hoping those tires had blown. It looks like we just lost one tire. That should help slow this van down, hopefully, here. Again, you're watching this now, 435 southbound. In the Northland. Right now, this van has, as we were watching it, it was heading in one direction and then crossed over that median into oncoming traffic, heading in the wrong direction. Just crossed back now into the proper lanes and seems to be taking here at least an exit ramp here. I'm waiting to hear some clarification as to where exactly we are looking at this van now, but as you can see, police are coming up on it quite quickly here, trying to at least get around it, get in front of it, maybe drop some stop sticks to get a hold of this van, which unbelievably has continued now and for several miles, seemingly without at least one tire, but seems to be going at a pretty good clip here again. So it seems to have gotten off here on another highway. I'm trying to get a vantage point here for you from our Chopper 5 pilots, needing to hear from our control room here where you think this is. And okay, so this is now apparently southbound I-35 now in the Northland, coming off of 435. These are the southbound lanes of 35. Thankfully, at the very least, what we're seeing now is a van heading at least in the right direction down the highway. Just now spinning out. That back tire, indeed, of the passenger side did blow out about a mile or so ago. So police officers here, at least 3 cars that I can see, coming out, guns drawn, waiting for the driver, whoever else may be in this van, to get out of the car. And hopefully this will come now to a peaceful ending here on the southbound lanes of 35, coming off of 435. This is happening right now in the Northland. Chopper 5 giving us great visuals here from above as this driver seems to be coming out of that red van, hands up and on the ground, hands above their heads. And we're going to watch this here from Chopper 5, make sure this comes to a positive ending here, as it looks like they are successfully cuffing this. It looks to be a man here, the driver of this red van that they've been chasing. At least we know from the Smithville area, may have been even further north from there when they started that chase. Boy, he looked like he tried to run away there for a moment. So not sure where you're going to run to at this point, as he is clearly surrounded by several officers now. What are you seeing, Brett? Are you seeing another person in the van as well?
There might be.
Maybe another person. So that's why these other officers now are also kind of waiting and wondering, guns drawn, waiting to see who might be in this van as well. Again, want to give you some kind of bearings here. We are looking here at now 35 southbound. We had watched this chase go down 435, actually cross into oncoming traffic for a while. It was quite a dangerous chase for a time, but these officers successfully now got this red van that they were after to spin out, and they were able to at least cuff the driver. We've seen, we're waiting to see if there might be anybody else inside that van. But what we don't know at this point is why they were giving chase to this van in the first place, but clearly somebody they wanted to stop, and somebody that they were clearly after for one reason or another. So we're waiting for word now on why exactly they were after this van so fervently in the Northland earlier today. So we're going to stay on this right now. It is a red Chevy van that they were after. Yeah, I'm just watching here, and seems to be in the Clay County area, Clay Como area this afternoon at southbound 35. This came off of 435 just moments ago. Again, you're watching here live pictures coming in to us from Chopper 5. It seems to be that the driver, at least, has been successfully taken into custody. What we're concerned about now, and I'm sure they're very concerned, ooh, they just fired at that van.
Yeah, I think some sort of smoke bomb or whatever. I don't know, some kind of smoke.
Clearly,
diversion.
very
Yeah,
concerned that someone else or something else is inside that van that they're concerned about. Obviously, a very troubling scene that is playing out live for you right now in the Northland, in Clay County.
Yeah, because
this
somebody
afternoon.
just came out of the van. There's a second individual.
Second individual seemed to have come out of the driver's seat as well, may have been in the back of that van initially, but boy, they're not taking any chances with this, hovering behind those police cars here as they wait for this person to come out, put their hands up successfully so that person also can be questioned and taken into custody. Coming towards the officers here, this person seems to have their hands up, now down on the ground, also being handcuffed here.
But they're still holding the guns drawn on the van, so it makes you wonder
Yeah,
if there's
there may be several
person.
more potentially inside that van. It's a very large van, and obviously their concern is, you know, how many are inside. It's a filthy van. You can't see through the windows, and not that that helps at all, but it's a very large van, so several more could be inside potentially. Looks to be one more even coming out from that van as well. So what is going on here? Boy, it's something we don't understand, just like you at home, but something that is no doubt very scary for anyone who is driving along 435, for a time along 169, the southbound lanes from Smithville. That's where it initiated from our end. That's why we started following this from Chopper 5. It was on 169 southbound heading out of Smithville. Then it jumped onto 435 and then jumped onto southbound 35, where it finally spun out of control. And it seems that now 2 people have been cuffed, taken out of this this red van here, this red Chevy van. And the question remains here, how many more, if any, people are inside this van? And our biggest question, and I'm sure yours at home too, is, you know, why exactly were they giving chase to this van in the first place? Shielded here and guns drawn, they are heading back up to the van right now, trying to clear this van of anybody who may be inside. But boy, they sure seem to be adamantly kind of pounding on that van, making sure that anyone else in there gets out of there and is also taken into custody. They do not seem convinced yet that they have everyone out of this van yet. Something that, boy, very scary scene playing out here as these officers have to open that door and obviously hope for the best, that there's not a weapon pointed back at them. But guns drawn here along 35 in the southbound lanes as they try to clear out this red van that they were chasing, at least we know, from the Smithville area. For what reason, we still don't know. That's the question that we all want to know, and we also here want to make sure that this scene safely wraps up here and they get everyone necessary into custody as needed. So again, well, at least the safest ending we could have hoped for after a police chase is that this van seems to have spun out of control without, along the way, amazingly hitting anyone else. Mind you, as it went into oncoming traffic for a good time at a pretty decent speed, too, I might add. So they're hoping, it seems here anyway, these officers trying to get access to that back hatch. So at least they can confirm without a doubt that there is no one left inside that van. But if you're just now joining us, this is Chopper 5 bringing us these live, very clear pictures here of the result of a police chase and resulting spin out here in the southbound lanes of I-35 in the Northland near the Clay-Como area, basically. After they gave chase to this van, at least from the Smithville area, and 2 people have successfully already been taken away in handcuffs. They seem to be pretty positive right now that that van is now empty. They seem to be walking away with it. The guns seem to be coming down. So it looks to me that the situation has now calmed down successfully, and they have found the 2 people that were inside successfully as well. So it's something we'll stay on top of, obviously, throughout the day, bring you further updates as we learn more, and we'll bring you more news at noon.